Hi again. I'm your English language teacher, and I am Уважаемые. Our today's topic is illness and treatment. Look at the photo. What's wrong with them? Do they have any problems? You're right, they're ill. They're not feeling well today. To ask about someone's feeling, you can ask these questions. How do you feel? What's the matter? What's wrong? We say, how do you feel, just to know about the person. What's the matter and what's wrong if somebody doesn't look okay. Now, you'll watch a video about Rob and Jenny. What's wrong with Rob today?
You okay?
Me? Never better.
It's beautiful here, isn't it? I think this is my favorite place in New York.
Yeah, it's great.
So how's it all going? Are you happy you came?
To Central Park at 7:15 in the morning?
To New York, Rob.
Yeah, of course I'm happy. It's fantastic.
Really? You aren't just saying that?
No, I mean it.
You need to get in shape, Rob.
I know. I'm a bit tired of eating out all the time. It isn't good for my figure.
It's the restaurants you go to. Why don't you come over to my place after work? I can make you something a little healthier.
I'd really like that. Thanks.
So, how do you feel now? You ready to go again?
Oh yes, I'm ready for anything.
Are you sure you're okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. We'll only go around 2 more times.
2? Excellent.
Now, answer the questions about Rob and Jenny. You have 40 seconds to answer. Let's do it all together. Number 1. What's wrong with Rob? The answer is, he has a cough. He has a cough. Number 2. How does Rob feel today? He is really tired. 3. Is Rob happy he came to New York? Yes, he is. 4. What's he tired of doing? He is tired of eating out. Number 5. What does Jenny think of the restaurants he goes? Look at the photo. How does she feel? She must have flu. She must have flu. The word flu is an infectious illness like a very bad cold. Collocation. You can say to have flu or to catch flu. For example, they can't have flu at the same time. She doesn't catch any flu. Look at the photo. What's the matter? What's the matter? He must have a headache. He must have a headache. Headache. Listen very carefully. Headache. There is no ch sound. We don't say headache. We say headache. It's k. We say headache. Headache is a pain you feel inside your head. Collocation. You can use the verb have with headache. For example, I might have a headache. I don't feel well. By the way, when we have indefinite articles n and a, we link them to the verb have, as in have a. You can practice. Have a headache. Have a headache. Look at him. What's wrong with him? He might have a cough. He might have a cough. Cough. Cough is an act of forcing air out of your lungs through your throat with a short and loud sound because you're ill. Collocation. We say to have cough. To have a cough. For example, you can have cough. I don't believe it. You can have a cough. I don't believe it. Now, do you remember that we link the article a and n to the verb have, as in have a. Have a. You can practice it now. Practice makes perfect. Have a cough. Have a cough. Look at the photo. How does she feel? We can say she must have a fever or she must have a temperature. Fever. Fever. Temperature. 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 It's a medical condition in which the body temperature is higher than usual and the heart beats very fast. Collocation. You can say to have a fever or to have a temperature. Example, I think you might have a fever. I think you might have a fever. You know what to do with the verb have and the article a? Exactly. We'll link them. Have a fever, have a fever, have a temperature, have a temperature. What's the matter? He must have a stomach ache. He must have a stomach ache. Stomach ache. Stomach ache. Stomach ache is a pain in your stomach. Collocation. You can say to have a stomach ache. Example, I have a bad stomach ache. I have a bad stomach ache. Great. Let's carry on. Look at him. He doesn't look well. What's wrong? He must have a cold. He must have a cold. 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 Cold is a common infection, especially in the nose and throat, that causes you to cough and sneeze and your nose to run and feel blocked. Collocation. We can use to have a cold or to catch a cold. Example. What's the matter? He has a cold. What's the matter? He has a cold. Now we continue. Look at the photo. What medicine is it? What medicine is it? You should take penicillin. You should take penicillin. 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 Penicillin is a medicine that kills bacteria. Collocation. We use the verb take plus medicine name. For example, to take penicillin. Sentence, you should take penicillin only when your doctor says so. Now, practice 1. Match the sentence and photos. You have 40 seconds to finish it. I hope you got it all right. Let's do it all together and see the answers now. A. You look awful. You must have a headache. You must have a headache. Which one is it? 2. That's right, it's 2. B. She has a cough. She's not okay. Well, the answer is 4. C. My sister has a bad stomach ache. And it is number 6. Awesome job. D. His friend might have flu. He's in bed now. And it is about the first photo. E. He doesn't feel well. He caught a cold. It's number 3. I'm sure you did right as well. F. My brother has a fever. It's 39 degrees Celsius. And the last one is exactly 5. I believe you got it all correct. Now, watch the video about Rob and do the task on the right.
Good morning. Can I help you?
I'm not feeling very well. I think I have flu.
What are your symptoms?
I have a headache and a cough.
Do you have a temperature?
No, I don't think so.
Are you allergic to any drugs?
I'm allergic to penicillin.
No problem. This is ibuprofen. It'll make you feel better.
How many do I have to take?
2 every 4 hours.
Sorry, how often?
2 every 4 hours. If you don't feel better in 48 hours, you should see a doctor.
Okay, thanks. How much is that?
It's $6.99, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And now, circle the correct answer. For example, Rob is going to a pharmacy. That's right, because Rob went to the pharmacy. Now, finish the rest. Number 2, 3, 4, and 5. You have 40 seconds. All right, let's do it all together now and see the answers. 2. Rob thinks he has a cold or flu. Well done, it's flu. So, Rob thinks he has flu. 3. The pharmacist gives Rob ibuprofen or penicillin. Do you think penicillin or it's ibuprofen? Exactly, it's ibuprofen. The pharmacist gives Rob ibuprofen. The next one. You should take the medicine every 3 hours or 4 hours. What's the answer? Exactly, 4 hours. So, he should take the medicine every 4 hours. Number 5. It costs $6.99 or $16.99. Well, exactly. Awesome. It is $6.99. You have done an incredible job. Today's grammar is models of deduction. They are might, can't, must. We use models of deduction to say how sure we are about something. Might. We use might when we think that something is maybe true and we're not sure about that. For example, she might have a cold, she's not okay. She might have a cold, she's not okay. So that means maybe she has a cold. She might have a cold, maybe she has a cold. Can't. We use can't. We use can't when we are sure that something is impossible or not true. For example, Big bolot can't be ill. He's helping us now. Big bolot can't be ill. That means I'm sure that he's not ill because he's helping us now. Next, must. We use must when we're sure that something is true. For instance, he must have a fever. He's still in bed. Well, that means I'm sure that he has a fever. Please note that negative form for must is can't. It's not mustn't. We don't say mustn't. If you say you mustn't be ill, no, sorry, we don't say that. But we can say you can't be ill. That's right now. Now, I want you to complete the exercise with must, might not, or can't. You have 40 seconds. Okay, I bet you did all right. Okay, let's check it all together. The first one, you have been in bed all day. You must have a high temperature because we are saying that you have been in bed all day. So, in this situation, we are sure that he has a high temperature. We are sure that he has a high temperature. So we can say, you must have a high temperature. The second, I see some medicines on the shelf. I think she might not feel well. I think she might not feel well. 3, my mom can have a cold. My mom can have a cold. She was running in the park yesterday. Hey Mirza, you can't take penicillin. Your doctor didn't say so. So the answer is obviously can't. Awesome. 5, sorry guys, there's a severe pain in my stomach. I must have a bad stomach ache and I'm not going anywhere. I must have a bad stomach ache and I'm not going anywhere. So, same. We use here must because he is sure that he has a pain in his stomach. Last but not least, Aman might have a cough, but I'm not sure about that. Aman might have a cough, but I'm not sure about that. Our next piece of grammar is should and shouldn't for giving advice. We use should and shouldn't plus verb when we give somebody advice. And the structure for the sentence is subject plus should or shouldn't plus verb. For example, you should sleep. You is the subject in the sentence. We have should here, and the verb is sleep. If you have this kind of structure of sentence, that means it's true. Should, we use should to give positive sentence advice. For instance, you have flu, okay? You should see the doctor. You should see the doctor. And shouldn't, we use shouldn't to give negative sentence advice. For example, you have flu, okay? You shouldn't drink cold drinks. You have flu, okay? You shouldn't drink cold drinks. Now guys, if you listen very carefully, when we say negative form of should, we don't say the last letter T at the end. So, shouldn't. It should literally sound like shouldn't, shouldn't. For example, one more. You shouldn't drink cold drinks. Listen again. You shouldn't drink cold drinks. Fabulous. I love it. Now, please write sentence for the photos on the screen you see. You have a minute. Alright, I feel that you all managed to write as much as you can. Now I want you to send what you have written to your teacher and ask if he or she can check. Now let me show you some possible answers. 1. Look at him. So, he is seriously ill. We can say, he should see the doctor. Number 2. Look at him. He should take medicine. He should take medicine. 3. Something's wrong with him today. And we can say, he shouldn't go out. It's cold outside. 4. She has a cough. She shouldn't drink cold drinks. She shouldn't drink cold drinks. 5. He should eat his meals on time. It keeps his immune system strong. 6. She should drink plenty of hot water. She should drink plenty of hot water. If you got similar to this, you have done an incredible job. Well, let's call it a day. Thank you for your attention. For now, goodbye.